som mal pocit, že dámy to zvládali o čosi lepšie na tejto sekcii ako páni, pretože tam boli bodové hodnoty o čosi vyššie, ale samozrejme mužské kategórie tie išli naozaj naplno, pretože súperili jeden medzi druhým, každý zbiera potrebné body do svetového rebríčka UCI. Dnes totižto víťaz z každej kategórie si odnesie plných 50 bodov do rebríčka, okrem teda finančnej hodnoty, pretože prize money sú vypísané na 3000 eur. Z toho, ak sa v kategórii objavilo 6 a viac pretekárov, tak budú vyplácané odmeny pre 3 umiestnených. V tomto prípade teda v 2 mužských kategóriách. Pomaly bude všetko pripravené na začiatok finále. Pripomínam, že finále sa bude vysielať aj online na stránku jitsie.com, poprvýkrát v histórii z Popradu aj naživo na internete, no a zdieľaný online bude aj na YouTubeovej stránke Slovenského zväzu cyklistiky, kde to budú so slovenským zvukom a hlasom komentovať odborníci a legendy trialového športu z Podtatier Števo Pčola a Ján Kočíš, takže aj diváci sa majú na čo tešiť. Ja ich srdečne pozdravujem, ak nás počujú, ak nás nepočujú, ešte sa to nevysiela, tak sa dopočujú. Milé jazdkyne, ladies from the category Elite Women Open, please come here in front of the stage because after several minutes we will start the final competition in category Women Open. So all ladies from finals, please come here in front of the main stage. We will start the final soon. Milé pretekárky, ktoré ste zúčastnené vo finále kategórie Elite Women Open, môžem aj po slovensky, pretože jediná zahraničná je Nemka. Takže pripomínam Nina Reichenbach, Alžbieta Pečínková, Eliška Hříbková a Erika Hlavatá, to sú 4 finalistky, ktoré sa už zbiehajú pod pódium. No a môžeme si ich pomaly predstaviť a pripraviť na štart. Takže ideme na to, štartujeme v finále kategórie Elite Women Open. Pôjdu jednokolovo na 5 sekciách a ja vítam na pódiu zo 4. miesta prichádza Erika Hlavatá. Štartové číslo 105. Cyklopy Brudina.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the live stream from the HC event in Poprad in Slovakia. We're very happy to have you join us for this, well, probably the first major event that we've been able to stream this year due to, of course, the corona pandemic. With me this afternoon is Robin Morwood, who's going to give us some excellent commentary and especially explain a little bit more about how this entire competition works and everything about the details of the event, the riders and all that. And Robin, first question actually, why are you sitting at home and not being there on the ground? Seems like Robin has a little bit of a delay coming to us. Robin, can you hear me? I'll continue then for a second. Now, the first final that we've got coming up this afternoon is the ladies' finals. Only 4 competitors. It's been quite a challenge for the riders to get to the event. So, but it's great to see a competition. This is a high-level event, and at least we have the world champion riding the event, which is a big challenge for the other riders to compete with her. She's been on a roll lately, been training super hard, and she won the German championship a few weeks ago. So she has a lot to train for. Unfortunately, with the World Cups being quite of a struggle this year, it's been a little bit of tricky for all of those riders, not only for her, but all of them to exactly know when to be ready for the event, when to get going, and when to be at their best. But it's great for her to be here, to make the effort to come to the event. And of course, any top level rider needs to compete to be at their best. And she is the current world champion, so she wants to compete and show that she is the best in the world. Now, this event is being organized by the Trial Club in Poprad, which is a fairly young club, very active, and they've been working a lot to promote this event. They've been really going for it. They have a lot of young people riding in their club, and it's a very active, it's like an example of so many clubs all over the world to promote bicycle trials. And it's great to see them going for this. We're straight away into the first section with Erika Levata, Samuel Levata's brother, who will compete later in the 20-inch elite men. Erika was 4th this morning in the qualifying. And for the viewers, we're still working on getting Robin into the stream. Already she did 3 gates, scoring maximum points. The maximum actually you can get into a section is 60 points. So the entire way that the bicycle trials event works by UCI rules is quite a fair bit different to a normal event in motorcycle trials, for example. And we know that we have a lot of viewers today who come from motorcycle trials. So we'll get to that in a minute and explain how this actually works. But it's quite a different system. Basically, to put it really, really short, you have to go through a gate or a difficulty, and then you get 10 points per gate that you get through. However, in between like the gates, if you take a dab or you need a dab to get through somewhere or anywhere, you get stuck or whatever, you don't score any points for that particular difficulty. So a maximum being 60 in a section, you now see that she's got 30 points already. She had a dab in that previous gate, and now she stepped off the bike. So that means that this section will stop at 30 out of a maximum of 60 to a decent start. But she looks quite fairly happy with that. Of course, don't forget, this is quite the highest level, because in UCI trials, the way that events are ranked is that, of course, you've got the World Cups. Just below that is an event like this one, which is in French, hors classement. So this is between the World Cup level and the C1 level. Now, C1 events, those are the most, let's say, common events where all the good riders in the world, they all get together to score points and to improve their ranking in the overall UCI ranking. And why is that important? Because based on the ranking, anyone that's in the top 10 in the ranking in C1s, they get or they do not have to qualify for the World Cups in the quarterfinals. A World Cup usually is always, or usually it's always quarterfinal, semifinal, and finals. Everyone who's in the top 10 rankings in the UCI do not have to go through the quarterfinals to qualify for them semifinals. So that's why these C1 events are so important. And this one in particular, being an hors classement, you can get more points for your ranking, which of course makes it very interesting for anyone making the effort to come to these events. Eliska making quite easy work of this first section, already scoring 40 points. And she's fairly quick. Don't forget, the riders only get 2 minutes per section, so it has to be a quick one to get through it and to score maximum points. How she gets stuck on that one. She can go back, there's no issue to that, but she won't score any points for this particular gate. She does have to go through the gate without scoring a maximum, without scoring a 5, to get to the last gate and try to score 10 points in that gate. So it's on the screen. She didn't score any points for that 5th difficulty. Going for that last one now. She only's got 10 seconds, so it's going to be quite tight on time for her to get through that. Ah, no. She decided to step off the bike and let that last one go past. That was a fairly good effort for her. She had to work for that one. But with 40 points, she now leads. Of course, these girls have qualified this morning. These are the best 4 girls in the competition. And best rider from the qualifying this morning, Nina Reichenbach, she will start the final last. So in theory, we should see a good competition going between these girls. It's going to be quite tight. And everyone wants to beat Nina, of course, being the world champion. Now, we've seen with the other riders that the first 2-3 gates, they've scored easy points on those ones. So it's about managing the time in the section and getting through these ones quite quickly. She's already up to 10. 20. She's going for that 3rd gate.
I've got
easy work of that one. And now we get to the more interesting bit where she can make the difference with the others. That was really good. She's got a minute left, so she has some time to maneuver in this section. This is the bit where the others got stuck before. Oh, she got no points for that 4th gate. And we have some great news. Robin, finally you're here.
Hello. Yes, I'm sorry about that. A bit of technical problems. I can see Alsbetter's performing very well.
Yep, and we're in the first section. We've seen this is the 3rd girl coming through, Alzbeta Pechinkova. She's got 40. She needs to get that last one to score 50 and take the lead in this trial, but she failed that one. That's not an easy end bid. Be very interesting to see how Nina gets through this section. Some heavy breathing there. It's physically running these sections. Nina going into the section.
Making very light work of the first gate there.
She's great to watch. She's fast, she's got control, she looks very fit. With the little amount of events happening due to the corona pandemic, it seems a bit like every rider who's coming to an event is making it count really like as if it would be the last event of the season. So they're all 3 times as fit as they would probably usually are, because they never know when the next event's really going to happen. So you have to be almost at your best all of the time.
Yeah, she's obviously been training very hard. There was excellent control on the back wheel through that previous gate. Really good power there.
And with a minute left to go in the section, she can really score big here. $50 to go. Having a little think about that one. So it's quite important for people who not really usually watch bicycle trials or understand really how the point scoring works. She can't touch any of the obstacles besides with her tires. So that means that if she would hit a rock or anything with a pedal or with a wheel or whatever, that would take off the score of that gate. She's got 15 seconds left to do that last one.
Big to back. Yeah,
Oh, yes.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's a good ride. That shows that she means business.
Yeah, her power and experience showed then.
And she's happy about that ride. It's always great to do that first section, get going, and then, of course, when you score maximum points, that's the best possible start anyway. But it shows that she's into this. She really wants to win this one. So, Robin, when we started this live stream, we had some technical issues getting you into the stream. But one of the questions I asked is, how is it possible that you're sitting at home and you're not there actually competing with Adam?
Well, obviously, with the corona problems, it's not possible for people from the UK to travel to Slovakia at the moment. We did look into it. Actually, spoke to the Slovakian embassy in the UK, and there was no hope. I know Jack's managed to get there, but Jack's in the fortunate position of being classed as an elite athlete. So there are some exemptions from these rules, and he's managed to get there for his first event for 20 months. We've still got to train at home and hope we can get to some events later in the season.
Yeah, well, we'll be seeing Jack this afternoon, of course, in the 26-inch final that's coming up next to after the ladies. It must be quite painful for Adam. I'm sure he's watching the live stream at the moment, but it would have been great to see him ride these sections as well.
Yeah, we've had a few competitions in the UK, but he hasn't ridden away since the World Championships in 2019, so it's been a long time, and he was disappointed with that event. He was riding with a recovered broken ankle, so he's really ready. Oh,
and we've seen a crash there for America. She's not happy about that.
No, just didn't get a back wheel high enough to lift it off the rock.
She's really disappointed. Not scoring any points in this section is not going to help her get on that podium. Let's see what happened there.
Yeah, she didn't seem to fancy going to back wheel or anything else off that rock, so tried to go sideways and caught the back wheel.
Oh, she at least almost crashed on the start gate. Good thing for her that doesn't count.
Liska is very young, 16 years old. Very, very good technically. A good technical rider. Rides a lot of the BIU competitions. We've seen her competing for many years now. This will be her first season, I would expect, on the World Cups.
Well, since we've had no World Cups for more than a year now, it also is going to show us a little bit later on when we get that first World Cup. All the new faces are coming into the World Cup scene, especially with the girls we see every year. There's more and more girls competing, which is super positive. but there's quite a few new names that we will see coming into to actually compete with the more established riders that have been there for quite a few years already.
Yeah, we'll see that both the men and the women. Of course, every year there's a new influx of riders.
Oh, she did that really well.
Very good.
She took a different line there.
Very confident. Very nice.
Very active on the bike. She's got great style.
She's a very positive rider.
Already up to 30 points now.
That was well held.
Big
She's
step
doing
coming.
well on time, I think, as well. She's through the fourth gate and still 46 seconds.
She's already putting some pressure on the other riders now to follow her lead. Aye.
Oh,
Probably maybe a little bit quick on that one there to say that. She looked a little bit like she wasn't really convinced she could do that.
no, she wasn't quite confident enough to get the front wheel over. I think it looks like there will be a hook available there, and that's getting the front wheel over and on the lip of the top to hold you in position.
Let's have a look again.
Yeah, she set off and then stopped pedaling.
Yep.
And then started again, which isn't always the best technique.
Off we go with Elzbieta Pichinkova. Ooh, and a crash straight away in the beginning of the section.
That's not characteristic of Elzbieta. She's normally very accurate. Another rider that's, as a youngster, did all the BIU competitions. That's not like her. She'll be disappointed with that one.
Looks like she can't believe what happened there. Oh, she just got it wrong.
Yeah.
Little bump on the ground.
Nina straight in, taking a different line here. Oof.
Well, if she gets through this section with 60 again, she's taking a massive lead in this final. Making easy work of this beginning of the section.
Just taking a breather before this move.
You think she already thinking about that big step that's coming up after this one?
Maybe. Yeah.
She knows she can make that difference over there on that one.
That's very
Still
nice.
got a minute left.
Yeah, it's plenty of time. Taking a different approach. Very nice.
Yeah.
Kept pedaling, slow setting off.
That was great.
Lift. Last gate. Excellent ride.
25 seconds left for that last difficulty.
Still another gate. Must be an A and a B in that sector. Oh,
yeah, she done that well. Excellent. What a
very
ride.
Good. Very good.
She's happy with that. She should be. Nina's such a great rider under pressure, isn't she? There's maybe not so much pressure in this event, but still she puts pressure on herself and she can excel when she's got that pressure. She's proven that in many World Cups and World Championships. You don't become a world champion just for that. Her head is super strong, but she's focused till the end of these sections and she's so strong.
Yeah, she's got so much experience and it shows on sections like this.
So after 2 sections in the final, and just to remind you, there's 5 sections in this final. Nina's leading with 120. Eliska Rybkova is on 80. And then Pechinkova is on 40. And Erika Ljavata finally is on 40 as well. There was already quite a big difference between the riders, knowing that one section can only yield 60 points. This section 3 and 4 are going to be deciding or deciders. It seems like Nina is on a different level today.
Yeah, I expect Alsbeta will make a fight back. Very uncharacteristic to get 0 points in the second section.
Yeah, and this actually already marks the difficulty of these finals. With just 5 sections in the final, you get into trouble in one of them, or what happened to her, for example, and you score no points. It gets really, really difficult to make up for that.
Yeah, you need to make sure you get those first initial gates in one section done, get the confidence and build on that through the section. It's all over very quickly if one goes wrong at the first gate.
Absolutely.
Here's Erika.
The tire section number 3, with Erika Ljavata. She's lining up for, made that look easy. Taking a safety dab. Oh, Robin, this is something you'll have to explain to the viewers, and especially the ones in motorcycle trials. I've tried to explain it a little bit before, but maybe you can go a bit more into detail. The way the scoring works in these events, in UCI rules, is that, or could you, possibly you could better explain, riders get awarded, of course, for getting through a gate, but how does it work with the dabs? What does that do?
Okay, so the section is split into 6 sectors. A sector may have 1 or more gates. If you get through one sector with 0 dabs, you get the 10 points. If you take any dabs, you can still carry on through that sector, but you don't get your 10 points. You can carry on there. So what she's done, she's obviously seen there's a sector later in the section that she can do. So she's taken some tactical dabs to make sure she can get that 10 points. And you can dab only up to 5. Once you've had your 5th dab, the section is over, but you do keep the points you've got up to that point.
So that's why you can see now that...
Both feet down, it's a 5.
Yeah.
You can only put 1 foot down at once.
In the section, exactly.
Yeah. But you can see there, she took some dabs early on, got 0, but she got the 10 points later on in the section.
Exactly.
So there was some tactics involved. It's all about maximizing your points.
It gives a rider a lot of almost strategic planning into a section, knowing what they can do, and
yes,
it's really important to understand what your actual level is and what you can do.
Yes, definitely. And the dabs don't count for anything overall in the end of the score. So if you can maximize getting those 10 points, it makes a big difference. These young girls
section
seem to be making
a little bit of a mishap there in the beginning.
Yeah, a bit of a silly mistake there. Didn't realise exactly where her back wheel was. It slipped off the tyre.
And these sections are seriously long. A lot of difficulties for the riders. She's not taking a safety. Oh, she does. So she's preferring to get through this bit and try to score points later in the section.
Taking a slightly different approach here. Looks like she's lining up for the gap, but it looks a big gap. Yeah. So obviously she did well there, didn't put her foot down, but it went to bash. So because the bash plate touched, it's equivalent to a dab. So no points. That was nicely controlled. So it seems like that third gate consists of 2 very big moves.
Yes, exactly. That was good. 25 seconds left to go. Almost. And what viewers should not underestimate is the physical strength, but also the cardio you need to do these sections. It's really quick and your heart rate goes really high. So the training for these sections is quite important to make it even through them. Not even thinking about getting like scoring maximum points, but even getting through the sections is physically very, very demanding.
Yeah, 2 minutes is a long time to be
at a very high heart rate. Exactly.
Yeah. I compete in local events, and once I get to 30 seconds into the section, I need oxygen. So,
Unfortunately, that's true for me as well.
very nice.
Well, Azbeta Pichinkova, she needs to score big in this one, and she's seen that that Eliska before her didn't score a lot of points, so she can make up for quite a fair bit. Making sure she gets through this second or this third sector. Wasting no time whatsoever. It's great to have an event with actually public watching. That seems like an ages ago.
Yeah, it'll be strange to go to an event and have a lot of people all together and spectators, but I think everybody's looking forward to that moment.
Now we get to the difficult bit in the section. The final bit.
Yeah, I think she could well go to back wheel here if she's got the power. Oh.
She just missed that one.
Tried to go to front, and she had the power in the distance, but just missed it with the back wheel.
In theory, she could now step off the bike because she won't score any more points, which she just did. Which is probably a little bit odd for our viewers who don't necessarily look at or watch bicycle trials a lot. But you can have someone deciding midway section, okay, that's done for me.
Yeah, if you're only going to take dabs for the rest of the section, then there's no point in carrying on and using that energy. Keep it for a section later in the trial. Let's see if Nina goes for these big moves. First 2 gates should be quite simple. It's those big side hops, or maybe she'll approach it as a gap later on. This looks possible as a gap. Very nice. Just let the back wheel drop and use the momentum to bounce back up.
Beautiful technique.
I think she's lining up for a gap here off the low tyre. To front wheel. Oh,
just missed that one.
Yeah, took a dab with the bash. She's so quick.
Yeah, she's got more than a minute to go now, which would leave her enough time to do that last bit correctly.
Yeah, the advantage
she definitely has the power.
Being so quick in the early stages, it allows her to do exactly what she's doing now, and that's take a breather before a big move, get her heart rate down a little, get some oxygen in.
Easy.
Excellent. It looks like they could be going to the big tyre here. Taking another breather.
Oh, yes.
Fantastic.
What a big move there. Eight seconds to get out of that section. Oh, she looks a little bit disappointed, Robin.
Yes, I think it was within her to do that move earlier on in the section. The last one was bigger, and she managed it. Of course, when it's gate 6, no matter how big it is, you might as well go for it, because it's no good taking a strategic dab just to get out the ends cards. You get no extra points for getting out the ends cards. The last sector starts when your back wheel's been through the 5th sector, and finishes when you get out the end gates. So you might as well just go.
So 2 more sections to go. Nina's leading comfortably on 170 points, but it's still all to play for behind her, with Eliska, Elzbieta, and Erika only separated by 30 points. So the real question today is going to be who's going to be second? Eliska Livkova looks like she's got the best chances to do that, but that doesn't mean that she's by no means safe yet.
Yeah, with just 30 points between them, it just needs one bad section or a good one from one of the other riders, and it'll all change. Now,
what a great place to ride is this.
Yeah, it looks a nice trials park.
We had a little look on the progress that the club made on the section building, and that's quite dramatic, going from where they started a few years ago to where they're at now. It seems like this could be a World Cup scene in the future, or even, well, maybe even a World Championship.
Yeah, it certainly looks a nice venue with plenty of variation in the obstacles. That was a nice move by Erika there. She seems to be going quite quickly and quite confident. Mind you, a minute in and only done 2 gates. It's going to leave some work to do. No dabs so far.
Ooh.
That was very well.
Some good balance there. Well, she's still on maximum. This is going well for her. 20 seconds to go. She needs to get a move on.
I'm not sure why there's a 0 against gate 3, because I've not seen her put a foot down, and it's not showing
She
any.
must have hit something somewhere that we didn't see on the live stream. And she's out of time anyway.
Yeah.
So that means she scores
30 points.
30 in this section. Crunch time now for the ladies. Eliska now coming up.
A good ride here could really concrete her second place. Nice, easy first gate. That was very, very comfortable ride over that beam as well. Nice side hop there. She's got good control on the back wheel.
Speed is so important in these sections, especially this one, because there are already only 45 seconds left, and she's not yet in the half the section.
Very good. Yeah, only 25 seconds left. 2 gates to go. Doesn't look like she fancies this one. Shake of the head. Oh, she's broken the tape with a pedal. I don't know what gate 5 looks like, what she was lining up for there, but she didn't look confident.
Well, let's hope that we'll get to see that one. Alsbeta could probably show us. This is probably one of her final chances to make a run for that second place.
Yeah, she's certainly got the capability. She's been in some World Cup finals even at a young age.
Na druhom mieste, koristila 390 bodov. Vo finále má zatiaľ z odjazdených 3 sekcií na konte 70 bodov.
But she's got nothing to lose anyway at the moment, because if her goal is to be second, she needs to get that done now and to make up as many points as she can.
That was very, very good. Took a totally different line.
Saved her a lot of time.
To do a big side hop, and it saved her so much time. The others were gapping and turning on that beam.
No, mining they don't get stuck with that tree. Oh, she made that look really easy. Still a maximum in this section.
And she's about 30 seconds quicker at this stage. So we'll get to see this 5th gate. Oh, it's a big side hop here. Fantastic.
That was really good. If she could score 60 here, that really puts her close to second and gives her a real shot at it for... she steps off the section.
Yeah, she didn't fancy that last gate. Thought it was beyond her. But that's good, very good performance. It shows she's got the level.
And with 50 points in that section, that puts it only 20 points behind Eliska, with everything to play for in that last section. So that should be quite exciting to see how that rolls. Let's see if Nina can do this section up to the end. Nina in speed mode, taking the same line on that bit.
sa medzi veľkými menami
Nie som.
svetového triálu a dokazuje to aj pod Tatrami, či už v Lani na jednotke, alebo tento rok na podujatí.
Doing the side hop. Yeah, she's up there. Getting into the technical bit. Making easy work of that bit. Now we get to the side hop. Let's see if she can score maximum points in this section. And she's got everything. Well, she doesn't have to hold back anymore because she's with the points she's already scored in this section. She's actually won the trial already, so she can just have a go at it. Really easy on the side hop. 25 seconds left for that last bit. Ah, still thinking about that one. Why she didn't get up there. So that's 4 sections done. We're going into the final section. And, well, first place is already decided with Nina taking the win. But after that, it's Rybkova on 140, Pichinkova on 120, and Erika Ljavata on 100. Meaning that basically for second, third, and fourth position, nothing is sure at this moment. And everything to play for in that last section for the girls. She broke the tape on that one. That was unlucky.
Jitsie, tam nemôžete byť. Posuňte sa, prosím.
Keď sa stačili postavať okolo poslednej sekcie s číslom 5, tak zatratí už brázdy pre...
Here we go, the final section. The decider. Erika Ljavata first up again. That's 2 gates done.
Erika Hlavatá, aktuálne 10. žena svetového rebríčka UCI.
Going strong so far. That's great. 3 gates done. Still maximum. She's on 130 so far. Getting a lot of support from the local crowd. She got that wrong. What a shame. She gave it all. That's 30 points in this section. So at the moment she's lying in third on 130. Coming up now is Eliska Rybkova, who after that section from Erika is already sure to be on the podium because she's on 140. But for sure, she's going to give it everything to get to that second position. That would be a great result for her. The Czech rider. That's 1 gate done. Now up to the second one. It's 2 gates done. Making easy work of this beginning of the section. Minute 8 to go. Three gates. Still going strong. Onto the balance beam. She got a 5 there. She won't be happy with that. That was such a shame. But with 30 points, that basically means that Elżbieta Piecinkova needs to score maximum in the section to take second place away from her. But can she do that? She's a bit under pressure now to perform. First gate, pretty easy.
Okay. Afraid I lost connection there. Missed the other riders.
Well, it's a little bit exciting, this last ride, because this is the decider. Will she take second or will she take third? And the middle bit of the section is very tricky. There's a beam, and that beam is causing a lot of problems for everyone. Especially straight after the beam is where we've seen the errors happening. And not everybody's going onto the beam. And the side hop. And she's up. Now it gets exciting. Because she's on 150 now. She can still score 20 and take away second place from Eliska Rybkova. That's good. Holding balance, 20 seconds to go. Ah, she misses that one. And again, she needs to score maximum points in this section, or at least 50 in the section to claim second.
Nice balance there.
It's not going to happen in this one, Robin, fortunately for her. She's trying everything she can. But that's the decider for her, and especially for Eliska Rybkova, who takes second, and Elżbieta Piecinkova fourth.
She's going to run out of time.
She's going to go into third now. Exactly. And then finally, last rider already of this final, Nina Reichenbach. Let's see if she can finish off today, the final, with a maximum score. First gate was very easy. That was good as well. Almost lost the front end there. She knows she has to be quick in the section to get to the end bit and have a real shot at that last bit. The side hop up there on the log. Going strong so far. Having a little breather. That last bit of this section is so difficult. She's still on the maximum. Onto the back wheel. Can she hold that on? Yes, she can. Trying to get on that flat bit. Still. Yeah, what a great ride.
Beautiful ride.
Fantastic. Getting a lot of support from this crowd. 15 seconds left. So difficult to do something like this at the end of the section when you know there's not enough time. Under pressure, 6 seconds to go.
Oh.
Did she touch that bash? Ah, she got it. Got a 5 for that. She was out of time as well. What a shame.
Excellent ride. Excellent ride.
Yeah, she was the strongest today by a mile. She did well. Great winner. Great champion.
Yeah, she certainly showed a class today.
That's going to be, for anyone, a confidence booster coming into the possible World Cups in a few weeks. Or in a few weeks, the next big event up is actually the World Championship in Vic in Spain in the beginning of September. But winning events before that, whatever event it might be, does help your confidence. A little recap of that last section. Some great riding today. So far, and we have a lot of action still coming up after this event, after this final, with the 26-inch final coming up in just about 10 minutes, where we have some real heavy hitters competing here. And after that, of course, at 4:30, we've got the Elite Men 20-inch, again with a few of the best riders in the world also competing there. So still a lot of action to come this afternoon. Such a shame she couldn't finish that last bit on this section because she really looked like she had it. Oh, she just slipped there. She went a little bit back and probably hit the bash there. That cost her like them last 2 seconds that she needed to finish the section.
Yeah, it was so small on top of the log. She didn't want to overrun. So actually she came up a little bit too short.
So here we are, final results. Nina taking the win, with Eliska Rybkova being in second, Elżbieta Pichinkova in third, and Erika Ljevata in fourth. Now we have a little break coming up for a few minutes, and then we continue with the 26-inch finals with a few of the world's best competing, which is absolutely great. With Jack Carthy, of course, we're looking forward to see Jack going head-to-head with Nico. Jack and Nicolas Vallée were really strong in the semis this morning, qualifying for the finals. And it's going to be quite interesting because these two have been fighting at it at the World Cups and World Championship for the last couple of years. And judging from the semi-final results this morning, Jack Carthy looks on fire.
Yeah, Jack certainly wasn't happy relinquishing his world title at the last major international event in Chengdu 2019. He's been training really, really hard and never really stopped training all that time. It's his first event for 20 months. And yeah, the results from the semi-final make it look that he is on fire. Be interesting to see how close Nico can get.
And of course, we've got the youngest in the field, Oliver Whitman, who's got
ex-junior world champion.
Exactly, who's made a lot of progress over the last year. He was one of the riders in the previous year in the World Cups who made it into the final straight away, which was quite upsetting for the more established riders. And we haven't seen him for quite a long time already. So it'd be great to see what he can do in his final compared to the top riders in the class. And then we still have Tom Blaser in the final and Janis Oing from Germany. Did I pronounce that right, Robin?
I think it's Yanis.
And yes, correct. Here we go. This is the start field of the 26-inch elite men.
Yeah, and Yanis and Tom both been present at the World Cups for a few years now. It is very strange coming back and commentating on a final when a lot of the riders we haven't seen do anything for nearly 2 years now. There been no events, just clips on Instagram and things like that. We managed to go training with Jack quite a lot, so we know his level. But it's good to be able to watch this and see how riders have progressed over the last 2 years.
And when you go training with Jack, how does Jack train?
Non-stop.
Well, a lot of them, that's not the word that a lot of motorcycle viewers, riders will want to hear, that you talk about non-stop.
Yeah,
but,
I don't mean that from a physical stopping point of view, but he strings together a lot of moves all in a row, and so he'll do one hard move, then very quickly straight into the next one. I think we'll see in this final, Jack doesn't suffer with problems of running out of time. He'll train many moves over and over again. He'll ride a 3-minute section in training to make sure that he never suffers in a competition of running out of power and fitness. He's so fit. He's the leanest I've ever seen him look.
Well, judging from everything that we see on social media, it clearly looks like all of the riders are continuously looking for that little edge in training, in preparation, in bikes and everything to really push themselves forward. And not having any World Cups for such a long time, it just makes it really difficult for them to really look and see where they're actually at. Even for someone like Jack Carthy, you would think, okay, he's super confident on the bike and he will definitely know or feel from himself, I'm the best in the world. But actually doing and putting that forward into an event and in a trial under pressure, that's always something difficult. There's not something you can really train for in training. It's like
you need that pressure, some flags, an observer.
Exactly.
That's exactly why Jack's made the trip to Slovakia. He hasn't been in a competition for 20 months now. And potentially it was looking as though it'd be his first competition for 20 months since losing the World Championship. It was going to be the next World Championship, which wouldn't have been excellent preparation. So that's why he's made the trip over.
So here we have the 5 men in the final. Great sportsmanship before the event. Of course, all of these guys, they know each other. They train together whenever possible. But now it's game on.
And in the final, instructions there from the commissioner. The format for the final, doing one section at a time in sequence of qualifying, same format as the World Cups. Good for the spectators, they can follow all the riders around one section at a time as well. And also you can see who's leading. You don't have to wait till everybody's finished to understand who the winner is.
Going to that first section. Heart rate's going up.
Yeah, they'll have already studied the sections in great detail. They'll know the lines. They'll have one quick last look before they ride the section. Obviously, the advantage of those that have qualified higher up means they can see the other riders go first and maybe learn something. So Yanis will be up first.
Always very difficult to go first into that section. Even if you're confident you can do the section, still very difficult to get going and have no real comparison point with anyone else to see what is actually the great, like what is the best line, where is it tricky, how do observers react to stuff happening into the section.
Yeah, and also seeing how something rides. Sometimes you can look at something and think this is how it'll work. The rock's shorter than you expected, or the run-up's not as good.
Finálových jazd druhej z kategórií dnešného programu Eliteman 26 palcových bicyklov.
Jack's very meticulous the way he looks at sections, studies every little bit.
No a vo finále sa zišla skutočná elita tejto kategórii.
I can show the cleaning of the dust off.
On the screen we see on the right Borja Conejos, who's competing in a 20-inch final coming up later. Already they'll be watching the 26-inch boys going through the section. What is actually, Robin, while we have a bit of time, what is the major difference between 20-inch and 26-inch in these sections?
I think a lot depends on the section itself. The bigger moves, the ones you can get some room at, the 26-inch definitely goes up better. It can be, though, tight, small lines that physically is too small for the 26-inch.
We've got Janas into the section. We'll be seeing a lot more bigger moves from the boys going from now on.
That was a nice move straight to back wheel. Looks like he's going to use the same rock again, is he? Or is it a run-up? Using the same rock, but obviously not going through the gate. If you go through a gate you've already been awarded the points for, if you go through that again in either direction, it's an instant 5. Very nice. So that saved having a run up at the second large rock, going from the first one and going for the gap.
Using that rock again to go to rock number 3. Only misses the front wheel.
Quite technical there to get on the back wheel in the right place on an angled rock and use that as a launch pad for the next move.
Not happy with that.
No, it looked like he tried to lower the front to bridge the gap, but he misjudged it. Here's Oliver.
Youngest in the 26-inch field, just 20 years old. Yeah, only 20, but he's had a lot of experience. A few World Cup finals under his belt. Oh, very nice. Holds it on there. Saves some time. Oh, he's already going a lot quicker there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's managed to hold it on the rock he lands on. Very good. Confident there in the back that the back tyre was going to grip on the camber of that rock.
Oliver won the German Championship a few weeks ago, which was actually only his first competition of the season, so this is only his second one. So he'll take this one as a confidence booster for the World Championships coming up in a few weeks. Trying to really see where he's at. Having a look at that massive rock in front of him, having to go over that. Yes. That's great balance. There's not much room there to move.
No, that showed an advantage of the 26-inch. Being so the wheels are so big and the bottom bracket so high, the inner side of the wheels are so close together, you can often just bridge on top of a rock. A 20-inch would have been touching there.
He had a dab there. We got counter dab.
Gonna run out of time.
Exactly. So he scores 30 in that section. Just getting the explanation from the observer.
Whole world is watching this event from Poprad in Slovakia.
Our viewers will straight away notice the difference level, or the difference in level that these guys are doing compared to the ladies.
Že v rámci YouTubeového kanálu Slovenského zväzu cyklistiky máme exkluzívny komentár.
And being an hors classement event, these sections are pretty close to what World Cup level is.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much the most difficult they'll face. Coming up next, Tom Blaser.
I would think Tom will be happy finishing third in qualification. Not often does he get in front of Oliver. Same line as Oliver. And again. Certainly a time advantage to be gained doing those lines there.
And he's quick.
Into the hook and then straight to back. Very nice. Again, a different line here just to save a little bit of time.
Just missed that point there. So difficult to find his balance to get going for that next rock.
Yeah, it looks like a very small takeoff point.
He made that work. He was quick on that. Got it wrong. He slid off. Already at the takeoff point, it looked a bit like he was rushing that one.
Yeah, he wasn't comfortable on the back wheel on that point. I don't know what kind of things Tom normally rides on, but some people are a lot more comfortable lining up on rocks because they practice natural sections. A lot of people just practice at trials parks on big square edges, and it's easy. There's more room for them to line up. But these rocks, you need to be inch perfect. Not just forwards and backwards, but sideways as well.
Nicolas Vallée, French champion. Multiple World Cup winner. He's been number one in the rankings. So he's one to watch. And he's always very impressive on the big stuff. Such power in the legs, in the body. Such a strong rider.
Made light work of that move there.
He knows that Jack is coming, riding the section straight after him. He'll know he needs to take big points straight away and put a bit of pressure on Jack.
Looks like he's taking a different line here. He's eyeing up to go straight from where he is onto the big rock.
He's changed his mind there quite quickly.
Charge better of it. Would have saved some time, of course, but I'm not sure that moves on. He was a lot more comfortable there on the back wheel, lining up. Good balance.
That was a great move. Great ride. That's 3 gates so far. Just not much, so much time more to go in this section for him. He'll need to get a move on. Yes.
You really need to motor now. 15 seconds, 10 seconds now.
4 gates, 2 more to go. Seems like he's found that next gear.
A Niko je
Stepping
Not
off.
enough, yeah, not enough time to have a go at the last gate.
a bude čakať na bodové hodnotenie od rozhodcov.
50 points, best ride so far, but
Ako je potvrdené,
that's given Jack the opportunity to
jazdené prvou
get an advantage on the first section.
Well, we've got a nice... The scoring in the section is very nice, going into crescendo, going from 10, 20, 30, 40, and then Nico scoring 50, 40.
reprezentanta
So that means that Jack, if he scores 50, it will be
Jack Carthy.
putting him in the lead. Now we see
no.
Jack has put the motor on straight away from the beginning.
Yeah, already you can see Jack doesn't mess about in sections. He's so fast.
Carthy sa stejne má zná-
He saves a lot of time lining up.
Británie. Kvalifikáciu ovládol s počtom bodov 500.
That was an impressive beginning.
Even just lining up there, so quick.
Looks like he's eyeing up that left line again as well.
Tento 18.
Yeah.
majster sveta.
Setting up from a slightly different position to Nico though.
A bit more to the right.
Svetového pohára takisto 5-krát si pripísal titul majstra Európy.
Making sure he doesn't... Oh, that was impressive.
Very nice.
Just making sure he didn't hit that marker there. He saved himself a lot of time. And he's up there as well.
Yeah, so at least 15 seconds, 20 seconds in front of where Nico was.
2 more
Might
gates
give
to
him
go.
his time. Yeah.
Oh, he's putting down the hammer.
Wow. More than 30 seconds.
Easy.
Beautiful moved front wheel.
Ktorá, že prekážka pre Jacka Carthyho môže byť problémom.
He's already on 50. 1 more gate to go. 20 seconds.
Po úplnej rovinke
So strong. Incredible.
So much power there.
Jack Carthy, fantastický
1 more gate
výkon.
to finish off the section. 10 seconds to go.
Element 26.
3,
Time,
2,
time.
1.
A Jack Carthy
Did he score maximum for that? Or was he out of time? That was totally on the edge there.
ale sudcovia ho zrejme o nejaký ten bodík uberú. Na tej prekážke
I'm not sure whether he got that last gate on time or not.
It looks like he got 50 for that section and not 60. Either way, it was a super impressive ride. I think the others already know what's happening in this trial. If they want to have any chance of winning this one, they need to really step it up 3 levels.
Ostávame pri kamennom povrchu a teda sekcia, ktorá znázorňuje akoby nízke Tatry v tomto podaní, pretože ktoré sa nazval
Yeah, they've awarded Jack 50 points for that section, so he must have been out of time on that last bit.
Yeah, missed out by a few seconds. He seemed to rush this gate. That actually ended up losing him some time because he had to go again.
z kvalifikácie a tak ako prvý prejde touto sekciou Nemec Jan Zoink.
Straight into section number 2 with Yanis.
Another rock section.
Zoink na trati vtesnal sa medzi dva balvany a bude to prvý výskok. Je hore s prehľadom, krásne to prešiel.
You can see the difference straight away when you compare Yanis here with how Jack rides.
Kolesa veľké
In between the gates, there's a difference in speed.
slabý odraz. Ale stále je v
And for motorcycle people watching this event, there is no one line through a section like they have on motorcycle trials, so they can go wherever they want, really, between the gates. As long as they don't cross any gates, they can choose whatever line they prefer, as long as they get through the gate, of course.
Yeah, the big difference is you can cross your line. There's no problem with that. You can go through a gate backwards if you want. I mean, backwards in the reverse sense of the bike, not backwards through the actual gate. But the back wheel can go through the gate first, if need be. I've seen that done.
It's so difficult for these guys to have no real comparison to in the section, because of course Jack has got the advantage qualifying first in the semis, that he can watch everyone do all the lines in the section. It might not change his way of approaching the section, but he knows what's happening, and these guys have to almost guess what the perfect line is or what the best way forward in the section is. So not easy at all for them.
Oliver taking a different line there. He went for a gap where Yannis tried to go from the floor from the other side. It shows the difference. Straight away, Tom was in there to look from behind. So that's the advantage of going later.
And experienced riders, would you agree that they have a different eye on sections, on lines? They've already lived and went through this entire career. They've been there, and they know what's happening. They know how terrain reacts.
That's right. And when they go training, they will try. A good rider training will try the things that they don't like and the things that they can't do. Because always in a trial there'll be something you look at and think, I don't like that. Normally I'd go from there. Maybe there's some tape or a marker that's stopping you. So the good ones will see all the different lines. And it will make a difference as well on the lines, whether they are left-footed or right-footed. You'll see Oliver setting off here now with his right foot.
Big
He actually leads. Yeah, powerful move. He leads, though, with his left foot. His normal balance position is left foot forward.
And that's great. Well done on that bid. Scoring some good points in this section.
That was the same girl. The girls went up. We see how easy that went over.
10 seconds left.
Only 10 seconds.
He's out of time there. But that was a good ride from him.
Yeah, very good ride. Some solid points there. So not only have obviously from this morning's semis, the obstacles got bigger and harder, but it seems like they've got longer as well. So we're not just fighting on skill, but on time.
It's quite clear that you can't get stuck in the beginning, or that puts so much pressure on you to rush the section afterwards.
Yes.
Such a mental game, trials.
Again, another different line.
Great to see that all of them have got like a different preference, and nobody's actually shy to go for that one. Yeah, he's learned from Oliver there.
Yeah, a good rider, if they're confident, won't mind doing a line that someone's not even attempted before them. They think they can do it. Lovely to front there. Seems to be moving quite quickly.
Tom has a quite strange setup with his stem being so short and his handlebars so narrow.
Yeah, and his handlebars aren't rolled that far forward. It's not the traditional modern style, really.
With handlebars being almost on the front tire.
Yeah, a lot of people have a long stem and rolled bars forward arrangement, so the bike's very comfortable on the back wheel.
I almost made up there. This is where Oliver had 2 goes out and lost too much time to really score points on the latter bit of the section. That's a big rock. when he took the tape with him.
Took the tape, yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. He'd be very unhappy with that.
Of course, as you see, as soon as you've taken the tape, that's it, 5. But you keep the points from before that happened.
He's been a bit unlucky so far in this final, crashing on that first bit, on that first section. Now taking the tape with him.
Yeah, it's a shame. Fantastic qualification. So far, it's not going well for him. He got the knobbles on his rear tyre into the tape and it just pulled it out.
Nicolas Vallée coming up. He knows he can do this section, especially those first bits. The big power moves, he's always really strong at that. Oh, and the tape broke. They need to change that tape probably. That's going to take some time.
Yeah, if the tape's got a rip in it, they'll change it for new tape because they don't want to risk it being a weak piece of tape and therefore it breaks when the next rider comes through and gets an unfair situation. Maybe that's not great when you're just waiting to ride the section in the final that you're having to stop and wait for this to happen. Nico's got enough experience though for not to bother him.
It's these boys have been at the top of their game for quite a few years, but actually they're not very, very old. Like Nick was only 22 years old, which is quite incredible when you look at, for example, when we had a trial GP podiums lately. I mean, the trial GP opening weekend in Italy, for example, Takahisa Fujinami won. He's 41. Could you imagine someone at 41 doing these sections on a bicycle trial?
I think there's only one person that would, and that's Benito. Benito is the old guy, but still fantastic rider.
Benito Ross in a 20-inch category.
Yes.
That also shows the difference in bicycle trials compared to motorcycle trials is that we have a very young age group in bicycle trials, where our champions in motorcycle trials are a little bit more with respect on the older side.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Here we go with Nico. He knows he'll have to have some speed in this section to get to the end bit.
Again, even though he's seen these moves get done very easy by the previous rider, he's got his own line that he's confident with.
He made that look really easy.
Yeah, he's moving very quick now.
Kvalifikácii dosiahol rovno 400 bodov, viac sa mu darilo v druhom kole, takže tam pridal napriek a dokázal nazbierať potrebné body.
That was a nice little move. Now we get to the serious stuff.
Is he looking at a gap here as well? This could be a different line again. Tom obviously took the tape having a run. Nico's looking at the gap.
He almost made it. He's going to have another go at it. This is costing him a lot of time. Because he's only got 20 seconds left, so he'll have to make this to score any points. He's up. No, he's not up.
No.
So he's going to have a go at this line now. Made that look super easy.
Yeah, he'll be kicking himself now for wasting so much time on the other way.
That's so difficult to judge, huh? You have a preference for one line, doesn't work out, you do the other line that you didn't really want to do, and then you make that look easy.
Yeah, he'll regret that now. You can see there,
Swearing
mad
at
at
himself
himself.
there.
Obviously wasn't really confident in that second line, but as it turned out, went up easy.
He scored 40 points in that section.
See what Jack can do. Super quick. Another line. I've not seen anyone do this one.
From the other side.
Carthy si užíva naplno túto finálovú jazdu, rovnako tak celé preteky s prehľadom vyhral kvalifikáciu a vidíme, že aj sekcia číslo 2 veľké problémy a prechádzaniu ako nôž maslom.
Right, he's not wasting any time whatsoever on the small bits. He knows that to score big in this section, he'll need to get up that next bit now that's coming up. Waste no time there, and then he has a shot at the last bit.
The big thing with Jack, he doesn't waste any time getting ready. Straight into position, goes. Wow.
Right. Minute 10 to go.
So Nico ran out of time at that point, and Jack's still got a minute to go. Must be two gates, slightly different. You can see the original line was up the large bit, must be to the right hand side slightly. Yep. Very nice.
That's 5 already. 50 points in this section for him already.
And still 35 seconds.
And one more gate to go.
This looks a big move.
That rock looks massive.
And he made it look easy.
10 seconds. Easy. What a great ride. Wow. Impressive.
Fantastic.
Impressive from Jack. 60 points in that section.
Yeah, clean ride and very, very quick all the way through.
That extends his lead to 30 over Nicolas Vallée. Jack leading by 110 points. Nicolas Vallée on 80. Oliver Whitman on 70. And then going forward with 4th and 5th, Tom Blazer and Yanis on 50 and 20.
There were so many line choices in that last section. Everybody seemed to do every rock different to all the other riders. Nice to see, actually.
Oh, he was so unlucky with that tape, Tom Blazer.
There just wasn't enough traction for the front wheel there for Nico.
Strangely enough, that last rock that looked the biggest of the section was actually quite straightforward. Is it just Jack, or he was comfortable on time there, so he could really think about it? But
I think it's difficult to say. It certainly looked easier, but was that Jack or was that the rock?
tire section coming up. There were some big gaps there. One of the more difficult sections this morning in the semis. Seems like every 5 years they put a tractor tire higher for everyone.
Yeah. Decide it's too easy. We'll put another one on top. Yeah, you can certainly see a big step there. One of the later gates.
Onto the back wheel. It's a good thing it's not raining and the weather is great, because these tires, when they get wet, it's not easy at all to find any sort of grip on them.
Yannis in a hook. Trying very good. It'll give him some confidence for the later moves.
There's
Now
a
it's
very
in
cool,
grip then.
bit coming up now between them trees.
Yeah.
That was great. 30 already. These sections have been built really well, building up the level throughout the section.
Yeah, there's different trains of thought with laying the sections out for these new rules. I personally like to see them get gradually harder through the section, so the good riders get further on in the section and get more points. We've been to events where actually the first gate out of the 6 has been the hardest.
Exactly.
So
And
riders get 0 or 60.
And everybody wants to see the good riders get to the end,
Yeah,
and make the difference. That was super tricky.
yeah. It was very difficult going in that direction.
And he was under time pressure as well, not having a lot of time left in that section.
But that was a good ride for him to get 40 points in that section, where the 2 previous ones he'd only got 10 in each.
Next up, Oliver Whitman, who's in 3rd after 2 sections. Not far off Nicolas Vallée.
I wonder if somebody will go for that gap rather than dropping in the bottom. I'll save some time. Nice move from Oliver there. He had the momentum and the weight over the front to get the back wheel up rather than going into a hook. Saved him so much time.
You straight away understand as well, looking at this live stream, how important core balance is for a trials rider. If you look at from just on that point between the trees, the bike is working against the body. You have to really work against everything that's moving below you to keep that balance going. Such a strength game.
Yeah, a lot of the riders spend a lot of time in the gym doing core strength work and also power for the legs. There's be a gap to the top. No, nice move though.
Impressive to see how they use them tires as sort of springs.
Yeah, he used it then, definitely. Let the back wheel tap down and use the momentum to get back up.
So if you're wondering why he's not using that tire on the left side here to jump onto the big one, there's a tape on the bottom, so he's not allowed to go on there. But that didn't bother him. Made that look super easy. 20 seconds to go. One more gate to go through. Ooh. Almost. Or not.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to go to front wheel on top. It's not been a hook available.
So difficult because in training you would have enough time to really go for that and take your time. With just 9 seconds to go, knowing that it's one go or you fail at it, makes it so much more difficult, of course.
Yeah, and also in training, you'd have a chance to try all the different techniques. On steps like that now, there's not just one technique anymore. There's many, many different techniques, and each one works slightly different and slightly better in different occasions. So again, it's reading the section correctly.
Oliver scored 50 points in that section, so he's gradually improving in this event, in this final. Oh, almost. Couldn't get that weight going forward. Can't afford to lose too much time here.
Same technique as Yanis now.
Trojnásobný švajčiarsky šampión.
That was nice.
Klobu dole pred organizátormi tohto podujatia, domácim usporiadateľským klubom Trial by Trial Klub Poprad, že dokáže už 2 roky za sebou organizovať svetové podujatie takejto úrovne v rámci trialu.
Onto the bouncy bit. Oh, he's gone straight forward. Wow. That was different.
That was so much on the edge, and it didn't look like it was going, but he threw his weight forward again, like a second move, and I got the back to lift.
He's going to go from the left side on this tire.
That was very good again. And he's run out of time.
That was a decent ride from him. Absolutely.
Yeah, he struggled on the first bit, but he certainly pulled some moves out the bag later on.
This was epic.
See there, he just put his second move in, which is so difficult to do. And you're already committed to move again. Very good.
Moving forward, Nico. Currently under pressure from Oliver Whitman, so he knows he needs to score good points in this section to keep his advantage over him. And if you really want to have a go at that last bit and score maximum points here, you can't really afford to waste too much time in the beginning, which he isn't doing. Make easy work of that first or that second gate. The back wheel.
Shows the difference in level here. Some of the other riders were using that smaller tyre to get onto this one, where Nico's got the confidence just to go straight onto it. He'll go for the gap, I would expect.
Yeah, easy. Made easy work of that. And he still has decent time to finish this section right up till the end. 40 seconds to go. That should be enough in theory. Come on, Nico. Yeah, great.
It's a very nice technique.
He's side hopping this one. That should be a good one. We know he has a really high side hop rocket. Easy. Wow, that was impressive. He'd be happy with that.
Still some more to go.
Oh, almost. He knew he didn't have much time left for that one. 50 points in this section. Same as Oliver.
So there's still more to go after that side hop.
Such a long section again.
Yeah. And all very slow and hard at the very end. Need to be getting to that last few moves with a lot of time. And this is where Jack makes the difference. He'll go very fast from the very beginning to make sure he's got that time at the end.
Is this something that he's always done, or is this something he's taught himself in training?
He's always been quick, but he definitely has taken it on board and trains for this.
Because physically, this is super demanding to do. Because he's not taking any breaths whatsoever.
He trains so hard, long sections, and trains going very, very fast. So he's used to this. He won't be feeling out of breath really at this stage.
Yeah, that was
Nearly a minute left.
exactly. Doing the side up from the other side.
Yeah, of course, Jack's left-footed, whereas Nico's right-footed. So they always have a preference in the direction they go for side hopping. Now he's taking a breather to make sure he gets this big move.
Is there much difference in height between the two sides for a rider? Like on a side hop?
A lot of riders, yeah. Wow.
He still has 25 seconds left. Wow. Okay, then.
Different again. Yeah, back to the side hop. I think when you're learning side hopping, there's a massive difference between good side and bad side. And the better you get, obviously, the more the riders will practice the bad side. And so I think the gap comes down slightly.
And what is the height of the side hop that someone like Jack can do?
That's a good question. 50 plus inches, but what's that? 1 point. I bet he's even more than that, actually. A lot of people measure things, and Jack's not one of those riders. He won't tell you he's done 50 something inches. He just says, done that. A lot of riders will measure, oh, I've managed to do this kind of side up, but or this kind of gap.
Well, he likes to keep everyone guessing, of course. You don't want to give away all your secrets. With that maximum right, Jack is comfortably in the lead with 170 points, and Nico and Oliver very, very close to each other. Only 10 points separate both boys.
Oliver's definitely finding his feet in this final. Onto the concrete in section 4.
Jana's first up again.
Nice hook there in the first move. $20 points so far.
Such a short run up to that big step. Almost got that one.
Yeah, there's no hook available, so we need to go straight from the initial splat onto the top. This is really eating into his time.
Yeah, there won't be much time left after this one.
Tak to má byť, poď.
Yes.
A zvládol.
Yeah, very good.
Jani Zoň to zvládol aj za podpory divákov a fanúšikov.
It was good that he kept persevering there to try the move. Got him that extra 10 points.
Svoju jazdu.
It seems like the level of this section is up again compared to the previous section with the tires, where everybody got going to 30, 40 points, whereas this one is already a step up again.
Ktorí sledujú priamy online prenos na stránkach jitsie.com, ale aj na YouTube profile.
Oliver Whitman coming up now. He knows he can put pressure on Nico by scoring big points in this section. Can't afford to waste too much time early on. He's seen Janis struggle in the middle a bit, which is coming up here.
This looks an awkward move from this angle. You can see there they're going up the side of the concrete, the angled part. Very good.
Made that look super easy. Got good time left. And we get to that bit that Janis struggled with. Ah, he's up there, no problem whatsoever.
That saved him about a minute. Very nice. Very confident there. Nice side hop.
He's up there as well.
Very good.
So here we go to the end bit of the section. Bit of a tight spot there.
This looks a big move to front.
Yes, he made that good. Will that work? Looks like he hit the bash there.
Yeah.
Or the pedal. Because he didn't get any points for that bid.
Only 5 seconds. There's a big move at the end.
That's great for him to have a go at it. Decided he didn't want to have a go at it anymore after time.
That was a good performance. Put some pressure on Nico.
Scoring 40 points in this section. Let's move on with Tom. Here we go.
Made that look very easy and also was very quick.
Very difficult to judge for our viewers how the angles, they are awkward in this section in some bits. Difficult to judge the actual height of these obstacles unless you're standing in front of them. Because we're talking about 170, 180 in meters. Not quite up there. Observers watching each other because he went really close to the marker there. Not sure if they give him a 5 or not. Doesn't look like it. He's still good to go. with a side hop. 3 more obstacles in this section. This is the first one. And he's up. That must have hurt on his back.
Yeah, and that should count as a dab, actually. Don't know whether they missed that.
I think they were all surprised that he did that
no.
move.
Yeah, he's been given 0 for this gate already.
And we're out of time. Not happy with that ride.
No, it looked like he could have got an extra 20 points there quite easily.
It looks like he's riding well, but he's just missing that last 10% to really score big in the sections.
Yes.
And here we go with Nico. This is the sort of section he really excels at.
Super quick.
Big stuff, big moves. If you look on his social media accounts, especially on Instagram, you see some big movies, big stuff from him in his posts. Just having a feel for that one. Didn't feel like it was going to go for him. Did second time, no problem. Decided to take some more space.
Yeah, an awkward angle here with you can see that the block before is just taped off. He made that very easy.
And here we get to the last 3 big moves. See what Nico can do. The side hop should be easy for him. No problem.
I expect Nico to go to front on this move.
He'll have to move fast with 18 seconds still to go. There's not much room for that last bit anymore. Oh, he made that super easy. That's 50 already, but he has no time left for that last one. Such a shame. We really want to see someone get up there. But with that ride, he gives himself a little bit more room. He puts a bit more points between him and Oliver Whitman, with just 1 section to go after this one.
priebežného lídra aj vo finále. Carthy si užíva finálovú jazdu, ako to len ide. Samozrejme prijal ponuku prísť po Tatry.
Wow, straight to back wheel.
Exactly. He knows he needs at least 10-15 seconds to do that last bit, so he needs to get a move on now. That's 2 gates done. Straightforward with the side up, no problem. Still has a minute left in the section. 2 more difficulties to get over. Loads of time for that last bit. 50 seconds to go.
He's looking so relaxed, so much in control.
Everyone's cheering him on to get on there. Can he make it work? He's up there already.
Potlesk na otvorenej scéne.
No problem, impressive. What a ride.
Povzbudený týmto potleskom zvládol krásny prejazd prekážkou.
That's another maximum score in that section.
20 seconds left. Fantastic.
That was an impressive ride.
He didn't really even look like he was trying there.
And that's it for 4 sections with Jack leading comfortably on 2:30. Remind you, on a possible of 2:40, he's got 2:30. And Nicolas Vallée is in second with 180, and Oliver Whitman is in third on 160. So at the moment, the big question is, will Nicolas take second, or will Oliver still manage to score more points in that last section and take second away from Nico? And we've seen with the ladies that last section is with the balance beams and with the big logs should be quite a nice decider for this event, for this final.
Môžete poprosiť? Môžete ísť trošku odtiaľ preč? Nevidím cez vás, bohužiaľ.
The final starts 15 minutes later.
So on your screen, provisional standings, 1 section to go.
Inak nezavádzajú tie.
Jana's up first again. Here we go. This is the sort of stuff you guys do in shows. I've seen last weekend Adam doing a show in Sheffield. And there was a beam like this, more or less. So difficult for balance.
Yeah, a lot of people think that just the large things are the sections that people should practice.
Just missed that one.
But a lot of people, a lot of the good riders do spend a lot of time practicing these beams and these narrow takeoffs. Balance is so important.
There's absolutely no room for error there. He only missed the back wheel by, what, an inch? Probably,
yes.
Maybe?
Yeah, first time he wasn't far enough across, then second time a little bit too far.
Let's see how Oliver does this bit. He knows he needs to score big in this section to have a shot at that second position. Oh, almost had it. Lost balance there.
This is where, again, the core strength comes in. If you can jump the gap and stay on the back wheel, it will save a lot of time.
And of course, keeping a cool head for this bit is quite difficult because you know you need to move forward. And if you have a... Oh, that's good.
Very nice. That's a tough gate for the first gate.
Minute to go, he's on 20. So difficult because of course that log isn't straight. It's got a lot of little bumps in there, and he needs to get some speed to get over the bit ahead of him.
Yeah, this looks very awkward. That lump there in the log, spoiling the run-up.
He used his foot,
Using his pedal. Yeah.
but at least he's up. He just had lost too much time in the beginning on that first gate already. Such a shame.
This is a tough section.
Absolutely.
You can get that initial beam right first time, you'll have so much time to do the rest of these obstacles.
He scores 20 in the section. That puts him now level with Nicolas Vallée, basically meaning that Nicolas just has to do the first gate, score points there, and he's sure of second position today. Tom in fourth position now already knows he's in fourth, so he can almost have a play at this section. Really go for it. Doesn't have to look at anything. Not calculating points or whatever. Let's see how he does here. Looks like he has it. Oh, look at that balance.
Very nice. You noticed he put a little bit of a turn in mid-air, which made the actual turn on the beam a lot smaller. Oh.
Having to wait for it there. But still going well. Still good. Now we get to the really difficult bit in this section. Yeah, the run-up is so difficult on this bit. He's having to dip into it a little bit. Wow.
Very good.
He made that look very easy.
Yeah, he had the confidence to almost ignore the dip, pedal through. Finishing very strong.
Still has time in this section to score more. Yeah, he's up there as well. Asking the observer for time. Yeah, he's up there. Yeah, he's finishing here on a high this section, the trial, the event.
Yeah, good strong finish from Tom there.
Yeah, it was an excellent ride for him.
Like you say, his finishing position was already pretty much decided, so maybe he was just a bit more relaxed.
Pressure was off.
Yep.
Let's see what Nico can do in this last section. Straight away going for the side up here. Yeah, that was quick and easy. This is the sort of stuff as well that all the top riders have at home. They probably do that 5 times before breakfast, 5 times afterwards, and how many more times each day?
Yeah, a lot of these riders have some small setup in the gardens.
Having a little breather before he tackles that big log. Oh, that was an unexpected dab there. Because he was up there really easy.
Yeah, I thought he was up there, but
37 seconds to go for Nico in this section. He'll know he'll finish in second today. Yep, that's good. He's on 40 now. On 30, sorry. Now we get to the tricky bit. Yes, well done. Unfortunately, he's run out of time. Finishes on a high on 50. He's happy with that.
Again, it's going to take a quick ride to be able to get to the last gate.
He's finishing on 40 in that last section, meaning that Jack already has won the trial before the last section. Let's see what he can do in this one. Can he get to the end of the section? That's going to be the big question. Okay.
And he made that look so easy.
It's even difficult for the observers to get out of the way when Jack is riding because he made such quick, unexpected moves that some of them have to like leap away when he comes through. Because you can see the observer running behind him. Jack still has a minute 15 left in this section. He's got the crowd going for him. Already on 40 now.
It's almost a demonstration for him at this point.
Such a difficult bit to get onto that beam with speed. Having to feel the back wheel is on there, having the confidence to really go for it. Yes. Not much speed there either, just rolling it.
Yeah, as long as you come onto that beam nicely centered with enough speed, the move is quite easy.
25 seconds left. One more gate to go. Yes. Well done. What a ride for Jack. What a
That
big
was a
win for him.
bit of a masterclass there.
Absolutely. That's his first win in 20 months. He's happy with that. He knows
20 months since riding a trial, and
he knows that all the hard work he's done in that time is he's ready for what's coming ahead in a few weeks' time. What a ride. He can score a maximum of 300 points in a trial, and he scored 290. Just that first section where he lost some points at the end bit. Or the timing, there was actually a timing issue in the end bit. So
purely time, and it was probably only 1 second. That just shows his dominance today. That sends a message out to his rivals for the World Championships in a few weeks.
They know what to do in the remaining 6 weeks up to the World Championship. Yeah, no doubt there. Made that look super easy. And that last bit was pretty straightforward for Jack. Yeah, he was happy with that. Here we see final results of the 26-inch final, with Jack Carthy winning on 290, Nico's Vallée second, and Oliver Whitman in third. What an incredible level we've seen so far in this today. 26-inch final was pretty epic, but now we get moving forward with a 20-inch final where we have a few of the world's best riders as well competing.
Yeah, I think we'll see something a lot different with the 20. Jack was absolutely dominant there, but with the 20-inch final, there's a lot of good riders. I expect it to go right down to the wire. Jack absolutely dominant.
In the 20-inch final, coming up in a few minutes' time with Alejandro Montalvo and Borja Conejos, both Spanish riders. It seems like those two always find each other in the finals, always pushing each other. They've been riding together since they've been kids, and pretty much for the last 5 years have been fighting against each other for wins, being in Spain, being in the World Cups. So there's a lot to look forward to in the 20-inch final coming up in a few minutes' time.
So here's a list of riders for the 20-inch final. Jonas Frederick from Germany, Louis Grillon from France, Samuel Harvety from Slovakia, Thomas Pekaka, an ex-world champion from Austria, Alejandro Montalvo and Borja Conejos from Spain.
With number 7, Jonas Friedrich. From Germany. With number 3, from France, Louis Grillon. With number 4, s číslom 4, posledný veľký potlesk, domáci reprezentant do Slovenska, Vallée.
Samuel will have the local crowd behind him. It was his sister Erica riding in the women's final.
With number 1, from Spain, zo Španielska, Alejandro Montalvo. And with number 2, from Spain, zo Španielska, Borja Conejos. Tak ako nebol zvládnuť tento kvetináč, tak budú zvládnuté určité prekážky. Borja Conejos želá každému veľa šťastia. Toto je finálová šestica poslednej kategórie. Three, two, one, go! Ready, steady, go! Začína sa finále kategórie Eliteman 20.
Moving forward, 20-inch finals. This should be a really good competition with Borja Conejos, with Jonas Friedrich, Louis Grillon, Samuel Harvety, Alejandro Montalvo, and Thomas Pekaka. Thomas Pekaka, of course, the 2019 world champion.
18.
18 already. also in Chengdu. So what do you expect of this final, Robin? Because of course we've seen a 26-inch final. Everything was big. Are the sections the same, or how will this look like?
I would think the sections will be the same. I think there'll be some different techniques due to the different bike size and also the way the riders ride. I expect it to be a lot closer competition. I would think out of the 6, potentially on the day, there's 4 riders that could win. So it should be a good competition.
Is it easy for a rider to jump from or hop from a 20-inch bike to a 26-inch bike, or is that, like, say for example, if Jack Carthy would compete in the 20-inch final, where would he match up?
I think to a certain level it's quite easy, but you need to spend some time on the bike to really get to the top level. Jack maybe would be a different story, but we've seen his dominance there, and up to the age of I think 14, he was on a 20-inch, but he went to a 26 quite early. He's a very tall rider.
Because we tend to see the shorter riders go back to 20, and the taller guys going back to 20 or going to 26-inch bikes.
Yeah, pretty much so, but there are some exceptions to that, of course. But that does seem to be the thing.
And here we are in the final, 26 and 20 inch with Jonas Friedrich. Jonas has a really cool bike trial school near his home, where he trains a lot of young kids how to compete, how to ride. He trains with a few of the better riders as well. Trains Nina Reichenbach, for example. Very experienced guy, making quite easy work straight away of this first bit in the section. He's been a regular in the World Cups as well for last couple of years.
Yeah, we've known Jonas a long time. Remember him from the first youth games that Adam ever rode in when Adam was only 10 years old.
Looks like these guys are going to go for the left line as well, like Jack and Nico did.
Looks such a small landing area to go from the other rock. Yeah, for right foot forward, it looks definitely to be the line. It's really eating into his time, though.
Yeah, he's taking his time to make this work. Just 10 seconds left for him. He's out of time there.
Nearly got that gate, but
he just needed a bit too much time in that middle bit, that difficult bit. That was proven to be the difficult bit in 26 inches as well, and looks like it's the decider in this one as well, especially on the time bit.
But he's no dwelling on that, straight to the next section.
And here we are, Louis Grillon from France. He won the French Championship last week in the 20-inch category. One of the younger riders. Good ride from him to qualify for this final.
Yeah, I think Louis is the same age as Jonas. They've been rivals for a long time now. Louis is another rider that started very young.
Skaly spojené so zelenou, s krásnymi stromami. Toto je príznačné pre našu oblasť.
Yeah, well, excellent riding.
Tvorcovia tohto areálu si dali na tomto záležať.
Let's see how he does here in the middle bit, the exciting bit here. Can't afford to waste too much time here if he wants to score in the latter bit of the section. This lineup is so incredibly difficult. There's not much room to maneuver there, and where you land is just, well, there's not much room there.
That was nice.
He didn't waste time there. Pushing forward there. Yes, he's on there. Well done. 30 so far. Yes.
That's good. Looks like he's going to run out of time though.
Scoring 40 in his first section. He's off to a decent start. The others straight away know that in order to improve on that 40 points, they need to be quick.
I think we're already seeing that the level even of the riders that have qualified quite low down is very high. Should be a close final.
Yeah, this field looks like it's very even. Next up, Samuel Javati. He's the local rider. He'll have the advantage of the home crowd. People want to see him do well here. Even at a young age, he's an experienced rider. Been on the podium in the World Cups.
Made that look easy.
And quick. Let's see what he does here. The back wheel. Yes, he's up there. Yes. Just a bit less than a minute to go. He's a lot quicker than the two first riders in the section. Oh, he missed that one. That wasn't expected.
No, just didn't quite get over the rock enough to get the hook. So he needs another go. That's eating into his time. Would cost him further on.
He's up there. That's 40 for him so far in the section. Trying to make a move forward now. Grab as many points as he can. 10 seconds left. Wow.
That was a shame.
That was a shame. He's disappointed there. Scoring 40 points as well as Louis Grillon. Ah, that could have worked there. Almost had it.
If it had just been a little bit forward with his back wheel through that gate, he would have got the points.
And now the Austrian rider, Thomas Peschaker. He's the guy for the power moves. Stačilo to na tretie miesto v hodnotení kvalifikácie. And at 26 years of age, he's by far the oldest rider in this final. And with respect, oldest rider at 26 sounds so bad. but he's competing against 5 other riders who are 21 years old. And he's up there, trying to fight it, not letting go. Yes, he's up there. 40 seconds left, so he's a little bit less on time than Samuel was before him. And he's up. 20 seconds left.
It's going to be tight to get the second move in this gate.
Oh, and he's missed that one. I'd be not happy with that. 10 seconds left. Let's go. Oh, he's not up there. That's a shame. Seems like time is even more of an issue in this section for the 20-inch riders compared to the 26-inch riders.
Yeah, I'm not really sure where they're losing time. Maybe it's on that fourth gate. Seem to be taking a lot of time to line up.
Here we have Alejandro Montalvo, the young Spaniard. An absolute competition animal. He needs competitions to be ready. He loves the pressure, he loves to compete. An absolute training animal as well. Trying to learn from the others, knowing that he needs to move forward quick in the section. He'll need the time at the end of the section as well.
It's important to get lined up here, both accurately but quickly. That was nice.
That was super precise. That was nice, exactly. That was really good. Come on, Alejandro. He's good on time. Got a minute left. Needs to be quick, but not rush it. He knows he needs to score good points if he wants to put pressure on Borja. Borja also a very, very, very strong and quick rider.
That was nice. He held it on the top there, gained a little bit of time.
40 seconds left. That's by far the most that we've seen so far on the 20-inch in this section. 2 more moves coming, or 2 more gates coming up. 25 seconds left. Needed a dab there. Let's see if he can do the last bit. 10 seconds left. Yeah, he's up there. Yep, he's out of the section. 50 points.
Very good. Yeah, that extra time that he saved meant he could have got that last gate. I think he'll be mad at himself for
having that dab.
Having a dab there, yeah.
But that still was a very good ride. Coming up, Borja Conejos, a good friend of Alejandro. They've been competing for many, many years together or against each other. It seems like one time is Borja wins, the other time is Alejandro wins. But both are very exciting riders to watch. Great competitors and a different line for Borja there. He won a lot of time there.
Yeah, that's a good line.
Bojuje s prekážkami na prvej sekcii. Sledujeme absolútnu špičku svetového trialu.
I think he'll have to line up slightly different here on this one because he's left foot forward, there's not as much room. Still makes it look easy.
Yes, absolutely.
To vyťahol, nevzdal to a
Minute,
prišiel
a bit more than a minute to go. 30 points already in the section.
sekcia.
Again, another different line.
Zatiaľ v prvej sekcii Jonas Friedrich 30 bodov. Tomáš Pechaker 40.
40 seconds to go. Here we get to the really difficult bit where Alejandro needed a dab to get through.
Looks like Boaz going a different line again.
Samohlavatý
Going from the floor.
Alejandro, alebo
Ah, he needed a dab as well. Just got that line a little bit off.
Yeah.
nebude mať viac.
This should be straightforward for him.
A vyzerá to na poriadnu drámu už po prvej sekcii, pretože
Yes,
nejaké
well
body
done.
odchádzajú
Great ride.
každému z jazdcov,
Also not happy with him there.
ale
No.
veľký potlesk a poďakovanie za prevedený
And straight away we know who the two
vrchový
guys are who are probably going to fight it out for the win today.
sekciu číslo 1.
Getting to the end of the section,
Pomaly sa presúvame
both on 50, Borja Conejos and Alejandro Montalvo. And
Quite
Samuel,
quite surprised Boaz went that line then, because he's normally so good at going to front wheel.
z vysokých tatier prechádzame do nízkych. Táto
surprising that we see both riders in 3 occasions in the same section taking a different line.
Yes.
But then again, with 2 riders on 50 and 3 riders on 40, straight away you'll see that whoever cracks early on in a section somewhere, they'll be under pressure straight away for the entire final. Provisional standings after the first section. And second section coming up with Jonas Friedrich. Here we go.
sústredený Jonas Friedrich práve
We saw in the 26-inch final how many different lines there were in this section. Let's see what the boys are going to do in this 20-inch category. And judging by the first section, we'll see quite a few different line choices here. Side up for Jonas. Yeah, he's up there, easy. On to the next bid. No problem. Here we go. Taking a little breather. Oh, couldn't hold on there. Almost. Yeah, he's up there straight now. Just 40 seconds left. Now we get to the difficult bit from the 26-inch category. Big rock in the middle. Let's see what Jonas does here. Is he up there? Yes, he is. He managed to hook his front wheel up there. Just 10 seconds left. On to the next bit. Trying to save as much time as he can. Going quick, but yeah, he's run out of time. Yeah, talking to himself. the time is so tight in this section.
A na štarte je už
You need to be quick, consistent, make no errors to even have a shot at getting to the end bit of the section.
400 bodov.
Louis lining up to go into the section now.
V druhej sekcii tak len pripomeniem, že v prvom kole to bolo o čosi slabšie ako v tom druhom.
Here we go, Louis.
To sa zlepšilo celých 20 bodov v kvalifikácii.
Going for the side up as well. Yeah, he's up there. No problem so far for Louis. Yes. Not wasting time so far.
Zdánlivo jednoduchá prekážka, pretože je nízka, ale
Here we get to the bit where Jonas lost a bit of time.
kolesom Lugrion to
He's going to go for the side up on this bit as well. Yeah, he's up. He's up. He's up. Yeah. Oh,
I think he touched there.
he just touched her. Yeah, no observer's giving him a 1 there.
It's awkward having to get around the pink gates. You can't go through somebody else's colour.
je skalisko pred ním.
It's very important only to follow your own flags.
I almost. He needs to find a bit more room there to hook up the front, to lock it in.
Looked like it needed a little more weight forward there.
Yes,
That's
got
better.
this one. Yes.
Poď, come on.
Let's go. Yeah, he's up there.
Super, krásny prejazd.
Up to 30 so far. He needs to get up here.
A tak tam to bolo na hranu kolesa, ale Lugrion
Bit on the time pressure.
Yeah, I ended up having to rush it and didn't get the line right.
napriek tomu fantastický výkon francúzskeho reprezentanta,
That was a shame.
ktorý len pred týždňom oslavoval titul majstra Francúzska vo svojej kategórii. Pobalil sa a namieril si to rovno pod Tatry.
Such a difficult section. This was a deciding section in the 2016 final already.
Miesto a čas na to, aby navštívil
And it looks like in the 20-inch final, this could be a section where you can really make the difference.
jazdami. A teraz sa už sústreďme. Samohlavatý na trati.
Lewis.
Yeah, that
It's
one big
30.
rock where you've got to go up it from two different angles could be a big decider.
Víťazstvo a musí zvládnuť aj túto sekciu. Pekný prejazd.
Samo's such a nice rider to watch, smooth.
Yeah, he's got incredible style. Looks like he gels really well with the bike.
He's got what we say. He's got so much pop. He just really does set off from nothing on the static moves.
Having to go from the right side here. If you look at the market he's up to,
Very nice.
he's got a minute left. So in theory, should have enough time to score good in this section. If he can get up here, of course.
Nízko, sústredí sa.
And first go as well. That's needed. Didn't quite make it there.
Si repete.
Work to do.
Máme čas.
This is costly in time for him. He needs to find more strength in there in that move.
Just not quite over the rock enough to get the front wheel hooked in that little ledge. Oh,
Oh, such a shame.
Poď.
Oh, he'd be very, very, very upset with that. He's run out of time as well. so difficult for a rider to be in that position and knowing that you only need 5 centimeters more to get onto the step and not being able to find that 5 centimeters.
It looked like he was up that last time, but seemed to jump out of the ledge.
Pripravený na štarte Thomas Pechaker z Rakúska.
Moving forward with Thomas Pechaker. He should love that bit. He usually is very strong at that sort of like power moves. Loads of power in his legs, arms, everywhere. He's an animal. One of the nicest guys you'll meet on the tour. So happy in 2018 when he won the World Championship. Making easy work of the section so far. Here we get to the first really difficult bit.
Taking a different line. Lovely.
That looks so much easier as well.
Yeah, when you saw that, it makes you wonder why the others were going the side-up way.
Here we go. Can he make it up there straight away? First go. No. Oh, nowhere near.
Started with his pedals definitely in a different position then.
Oh, this is proving more difficult for these top riders than expected. Yes, he's up there now. Yes. Observing him the time, he knows he's in trouble there with only just 5 seconds left. There's not much more he can do.
No, I ran out of time. But at least he got up that rock.
Yeah, that's 40 points for him as well. Now we saw Thomas Francisco holding Alejandro's bike. Thomas, Alejandro's new mechanic and minder for the season. Very experienced guy. He'll guide Alejandro to the good lines. Well, that's at least the intention. Let's see what Alejandro can do in this section. No problem so far. That's 2 gates done.
Very quickly as well.
Let's see if he follows the same line as Thomas Pechaker.
No, a different line again.
Yes, he's up there.
Yeah, nice. Skip to front wheel there.
Minute 5 left. It's key to get up to this rock first go, really, to give you enough time to do the rest. Come on, Alejandro. He needs to give it a bit more.
Not that much.
Not much happening there. Third go. Yes, he's up there. Yes, he's up. That scores him 40 in a section already. 27 seconds to go. He can still get 1 gate going. 20 seconds. Yeah, he's up there. Well done.
That was a nice move. Very different technique.
10 seconds. Is he far enough? No, he isn't.
No.
He's got a 5 there. Almost such a shame. If he needed maybe 1 or 2 goes less on that middle rock,
Yep.
could have had a real go at it.
And he had 2 goes on this one as well. So
Exactly.
really, to get out of these long sections, you need to get everything right first time.
Scoring 50 in this section. He's on 100 right now. So Borja needs to do 50 as well to follow into his steps.
Borja's obviously taken note that people have been running out of time. He's getting a move on.
Taking the same line as Alejandro.
To back this time though.
Straight up. That was really good. Yeah, he wasted no time there. He's got a minute left, so he has a real shot of doing the entire section now. Ooh. He's a bit lucky there not to face plant the rock.
Threw his weight forward too early.
Yeah, he's up
Very
there.
nice time.
30 seconds left for that last bid. I just slid when he set off. Yeah, he's up. Yeah, he finishes in time.
Yeah, only having 1 go at that rock in the middle meant he had enough time to go for the end.
It made all the difference. And with 60 points, it puts him in the lead so far. Borja leading on 110 and Alejandro Montalvo on 100. And then 3rd place, Thomas Pechak on 80. Such an interesting section. So many lines again that we've seen.
Yeah, it just shows that all the riders have their own preferred techniques.
Yeah, that was nice from Alejandro. And Borja, of course, the only one to score maximum points in that section.
So close. Still only 40 points between the whole entry in all the finalists rather.
Section 3, the tires. Jonas Friedrich first up again. He's on 70 so far. Riding well. He's into it. He's in the zone. Louis just waiting And gonna watch him, trying to learn as much as he can.
Yeah, Jonas's good friend there, Oliver Vidman from the 26-inch final, giving him some advice.
Let's go. Section number 3. This one, pretty much the same thing applies like we saw on the 26-inch. Time is of the essence here. You need enough time to do the last 2 difficulties, especially the last one.
Looks like he's going for the gap. Oh.
Was that wishful thinking, or is that really on?
I think it's on. It cost him though. His bash touched. Therefore 0 points.
No problem here. Onto the bouncy tires now. Same technique as most of the 26-inch boys. Now we get to the tricky bit. This one was quite tricky in a 26-inch. Taking a breather here. He knows he can do this. He's up to 30 now in the section.
Skip side up, I think. Yeah, or skip to front, maybe.
Yes, he's up. That was great. So up to 40 now. If he can make this one work, he'll take 50. Almost. Almost. Shame that was, because it was a really good ride in the section.
I think he was asking there if he was actually through before he put his foot down. So from here, it didn't look like that.
And it wasn't. He scored on 40 in that section, so that last move didn't count.
Yeah, I didn't think it was through. Now Louis.
Let's see what he does in that first bit, where Jonas Friedrich tried to go straight or do the gap. See if he does the same. No, he doesn't. Takes a different line, different approach. Oh, couldn't get the weight forward enough.
So tight in there for room.
Not quite either. Yeah, he just needed to get through there now to get to the next bit of the section. There was no more points to win there.
Yeah, once you've had a dab in a sector, you might as well use another one to get through. If you've got one to spare.
Yeah, he's up there, no problem. That puts his total up to 20. Oh yes, well done. Easy. Nope, 30 points now. He needs to make this one work for him. Not quite. 7th section. He didn't have enough time there.
No, not enough time. A difficult move that, from that angle.
Yeah, he's not happy with that. Felt like he could do that. Scoring 30 in the section. Samuel, of course, is getting a lot of the cheers on from the crowd. They all want to see him do well. See how he gets through this bit. Not quite either. Almost looked like in slow motion there.
Yeah, came up a bit short, I think.
Yeah, he's up there now.
Yeah.
That was great.
It's a strong kind of move for Samo. He's good at that.
He's up there as well, no problem. He's not super quick so far yet. You reckon he's calculating to just do 50 in this section and not worry too much about the last bit?
Yeah, I think he's got a plan. He's not rushing too much, is he?
Yeah, no problem there.
I think he's just concentrating on making sure he gets the gates that he knows he can do cleanly.
This one is proving to be very, very tricky. Was already in the 26 inch, even more in the 20.
Maybe Tabak is lining up here.
Yes, he's up there. Well done.
He's got time, I think.
He's got 12 seconds left to do this bit. To give him 50 in a section. Big side up. 5, 4. Almost. Not quite. He definitely had a plan on that section. He just wanted to make it up here and then...
Yes, definitely.
Not worry about that last big step. That scores him 40 in a section. Oh, it's so tight. The scores are so tight. Thomas Pecher knows what he has to do. He needs to score at least 30 to follow the others. And if he wants to make any sort of difference, he needs to go 50 points. Because so far we've only seen 40 being the maximum in this section. And that's so difficult to get in this one. No problem.
So much power. Moving quite well for time here.
Still a minute to go. He should be fine to go at least for 50. Yeah, he made that work, no problem. Now we get to crunch time in this section. This bit here is tricky. He has to make sure he gets up there. He's going for the side up here. But judging from that first difficulty in the section, that should be no problem for him. Or is that too quick? Oh, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, that's good. I didn't think there was enough room there, but he let it roll forward as he got to the side up.
20 seconds left here.
Another side up for him.
It's going to make all the difference for him. Oh, you can't believe it. And to be honest, nor can we.
No.
It's got 40 in the section, doing the last bit for fun.
Which he made look easy, but already run out of time.
One thing is already for sure. Whoever's going to be on the podium is going to have to earn it, because the scores are so tight that any error or any extra 10 points you can grab in a section, they're going to make the difference. Thomas Pecher scoring 40 points again. He's on 120 now. Samuel Roat is on 110. Jonas Friedrich is on 110. And Louis Grillon is on 100. Next up is Alejandro Montalvo. See what he does here. Oh, beautiful.
And quick.
Yes. Well, he's seen Thomas do the last bit in this section, so he knows that's on. He just needs 10 seconds to spare to just quickly do that bit. And he can't afford to lose time anywhere else in the section. Good so far. Yeah, he's up. And 1:05 to go. 3 more difficulties.
I think this one's the key gate to not lose a lot of time.
Let's see what he does here. He needs a big effort to get him there. Yes, he's up, no problem.
Nice. 45 seconds left.
Such a big side up here. Oh, he's not. Different line for him. He loves to hook up to stuff. You can see that everything is moving. He's got time to do this. Oh, he's just slid back. Couldn't find the grip on the back wheel.
Still plenty of time for the last move.
Yeah, he needs to make that work. 15 seconds left. Nine, 8, 5. No, can't make it work. He's run out of time. Such a shame. This gives, of course, a good opportunity to Borja to make a difference in the trial. Just didn't have. He just slid off the side of the tire there.
Yeah, I think the front wheel caught the second side of the tyre and took a little bit of momentum out.
That scores him a 40 points in that section. Now Borja coming up. He knows he can make a big difference in the trial in his final here. If he can score more than 40 here, he'll make a break.
That was nice. Saved us a bit of time.
No problem for Borja so far. He's good on time. Got more than a minute.
Looks to be riding quite calm in this section.
Yeah, he's up there as
Nice.
well. Let's see how he approaches this difficulty.
Looks to be going the same way as Alejandro.
Big power move ahead. A lot of score strength needed here. Yes, he's up there. That scores him 50 already.
Na ktorom stroskotal Alejandro Montalvo. Uvidíme na jeho súdbudníka zo Španielska, čo prevede Borja Conejos.
Not quite there. Will he have time left to do one more go? At 8 seconds? Yes, he's up. That was a great ride. He scores a
1
max on
second.
that.
Oh, 1 second to go.
What a ride.
That was very good up against the time pressure. Strange that Thomas made that last move look so easy, and then Alejandro and Borja both struggled. Put a bit of a gap in now.
Yep, exactly. Borja putting pressure on Alejandro and the rest of the field. 2 sections to go. But still plenty of difficulty ahead to decide between the riders. But clearly Borja is in the advantage now, having a little bit of a gap to Alejandro. And already a 50-point gap to Thomas Pecherker, of course. Going to the concrete section now. Be very interesting to see who in the 20-inch gets to the last big tube that was on the end of that section where only Jack got through.
Yeah, it's all going to be down to speed through the rest of the obstacles. That one.
Yeah, them power moves from Thomas were very, very strong. Two sections to go. Who's going to take it today?
Looks like it's between the two Spaniards at the moment, but
whoever's going to be on the podium, that's still undecided. Because between position 3 and 6, there's only a 20-point gap.
Určite zaujímavé pozeranie aj pre divákov online prenosu na jitsie.com, prípadne na YouTubeovom profile Slovenského zväzu cyklistiky.
Just waiting for him to get into that section. Scary man in front of him. Doesn't look like someone you want to mess with.
no. Looks like he's keeping charge of them.
Seems like we're ready to go now. Timekeeper is chilling out on his flip-flops.
Jonas has realised it's tight on time, no messing about there.
In the fight for the podium. Just about enough room to do it that way.
Yep, straight away a different line to those we saw in the 26.
Big move ahead. You can see the bit of tape that they put on the right bottom part of the concrete bit, of not allowing the riders to take any like support from that bit of going from that bit onto the top bit. He needs a lot of power to do this. Yes.
Very nice.
45 seconds to go.
Yeah, it used a lot of time for him there to get his head right, but he did it good. Oh.
And he's just hit his pedal there. Yeah, he's up there. But won't count for any points for him. 25 seconds left. 3 difficulties to go. He might prefer to make sure that this one gets on, that he gets this one. All of it making sure that if he crashes, he doesn't fall on his back. Oh, he had it and couldn't hold it. He needs to make it work. Make it stick. 2 seconds. No. That's a shame. He knew he needed that one. He knows the others most likely will have chances of getting up there. Not happy at all. The frustrating bit will be for him is that he knows in training after the trial he'll do it again and he'll
do it first time.
If do it first time, that's the frustrating bit.
Yeah, because he was up first time, but just didn't quite have the balance on top to stay there. There's Jack Carthy's dad, Mick, in the background.
Louis, of course, still in the fight as well for the podium. Even though he's in 6th position, he's only 10 points behind the others. He's competing against Jonas, Samuel, and Thomas Pechaker. So he still has every chance to get on the podium. Yes.
That was nice.
Can't afford to lose too much time on this bit. It's a difficult one, but he'll need that time to finish or to get through the section later on.
It's the run-up that's making this bit hard. Well, the 26ers were going to the side of the blue pipe, but both Jonas and Louis have chosen there.
Yes, he made that stick. 45 seconds to go. He needs to get into this concrete pipe for the line. Oh, he'd be not happy with that. He rushed that a bit. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'd be even more mad at himself for that move, rushed move, really. He would have got the points with that one.
No problem for him as well. Needs to do it again. Yes.
Oh,
that looks like it's the last thing he could do in this section. 3 seconds.
Yeah, no time for the last move. The next move, rather.
That was a decent, good ride for him. Decent effort. Shame about that dab. That could have made a lot of difference for him in the end.
Yeah.
Scoring 30 in this section, putting his total on 130 so far. One more section to go for him. And we know that last section is very, very difficult and very tricky with that first beam in the beginning, that balance beam.
First one on the 20-inch to check it. Take this one, same as the 26ers from that angle.
Straight to back wheel.
That's where Samo's power comes in. It's fantastic to back wheel.
Everyone's cheering him on. Oh, he got that wrong. Oh, he fell off. Ooh, that's going to make a difference. That only scores him 20 in this section. I'll be upset with that. Really could not afford that error.
Not be happy at all with that one. That's probably made the decision on the top three.
It sure does look like that.
Thomas has a good ride in this one.
That should give him enough gap for that last section to be a bit more comfortable on it. But this section is a power section that should be up Thomas's sleeve. He's strong at this stuff.
I would imagine to back on this move here.
Yes, no problem. Yeah. No problem. Wow. What a great ride there.
Overbalanced a bit on top, but hung on to it well. Will he go to back wheel here?
Yes.
Oh, yes. If there was anyone on the 20-inch that was going to do that, it was him. So much power. You would expect this side up to be no problem.
And he has enough time to do the entire section. If he doesn't lose too much time now, and decides he really wants to have a go at it. 25 left. Yes, he's up there.
Yeah, very nice.
That brings his total up to 50. 8 seconds to go for the pipe.
I think that's going to be enough time. They've got a different line.
Not if. Not quite. Just out of time as well. But with 50 points in that section, that really strengthens his position. Third in the competition. On 170 now. This is going to be a deciding section for the win today. Alejandro needs to score pretty much maximum here if he wants to have a shot at the win. And then almost has to hope that Borja doesn't score a maximum so we can keep the pressure on for the last section. Slovakia. And he's seen as well that the last bit is possible. Quite a cool move there. Again, another line.
Yeah, I think that was similar to how Louis did it, but a lot quicker. This is the move.
Yes. Yeah, he's been given the 10 points there. So he's on 30. He'll be happy with that. Steady. He needs to make this move work. On the front wheel, no problem.
Yeah, made that look very easy.
Minute 3 to go. That should give him enough time to do the entire section. Needs to get this side up first try. Yes.
Yes.
45. No real-time pressure yet. He knows he needs 20 seconds more or less to do that last bit. 15 to 20 will do. So first try for this one.
You would think this move is bread and butter to him, really. He's good at these.
Yes,
Very
beautiful.
nice.
25 seconds. Yes, he's on there. 14, finding balance. 8. Not quite. Oh, lost his balance the other way around. That's a shame. He's out of time. Oh, almost. Not quite. So he scores 50 in a section.
Yeah, I think he's shown there it can be done on time, but that last move is very big.
No a na štvrtej sekcii posledný jazdec stojí na štarte a je to opäť španielský reprezentant Borja Conejos Vázquez zo Španielska.
Final one in the section, Borja. Ooh, that was surprising.
Yeah, he was trying to do it quickly and just came up a little short. That shows how easy it is just to...
You can't afford to rush.
And again.
Is he feeling the pressure on himself, or what's happening here?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he could have been telling himself that this was the opportunity to claw some points back, but not now.
Yeah, he's up there, scoring 30 so far. 30 seconds to do that last bit.
Going for a different...
Is he going for the hook?
I think so.
20 seconds. He'll have to make it work the first time around.
Whoa.
That was great. That was a beautiful one.
Yeah, he used the momentum there to get him up.
That scores at 40.
Close he was to that tape, but it looked a very tight line.
40 points for him in the section. With one section to go. It's Borja on 210, Alejandro Montalvo on 190, and Thomas Pechaker on 170. So 20 points between each rider. And that last section, we've seen how difficult that first bit is. We've seen the end bit. Well, that section is treacherous from beginning to end. So is there still a surprise up there?
Yeah, if someone struggles on that first balance beam, they could lose a lot of time and lose a lot of possibilities of getting points later in the section. And you, these 20-inch riders, probably more than the 26 practice the technical aspects of the riding.
Prosím vás, môžete odísť odtiaľ, bo nás zavadzajate v zábere. Môžete trošku hlavu dole nižšie? No, šuchnite sa tam trošku ešte.
That was so close on tape, though.
Yeah. I'm not sure that was round the tape, but brilliant ride all the same.
Absolutely. You risked it and paid off. And in every trial, you need to be sometimes a little bit lucky with the observers, but that's how the game is played.
That's trials.
Final section. Pressure is on. Jonas Friedrich is on 140 so far. He can still reach Thomas Pechaker, but he needs to score a lot of points in this section to do that. But that Samuel Lovati is only 10 points behind him, as well as Louis Grion. So how does he approach the section? Does he go for it, or does he... What strategy should he take?
According to the scores on the screen, is the same as those two guys, and he's in last position at the moment. So I think, and knowing Jonas is just go for it.
So tricky, this. Yeah, already he's getting frustrated with this bit. This is going to cost him. It's going to cost him a minute if he gets through this already. Not leaving him a lot of time to score any points in the latest part of the section. Yes. Not quite up there. Needs a bit more power, a bit more drive. Yeah, almost.
Just didn't quite grip on the far side of the log there.
Yes. Third time, good time.
That's really used his time now.
And it's quite difficult to manage because you know that the observers are telling you the time. You know you have to rush and you can't really... Especially now because he made that look quite easy as well. He won't be happy with that final section.
No, I'll be very disappointed with that.
Scoring 20 points gives a lot of opportunity to Samuel and to Louis to get ahead of him. But they'll have to work that first balance beam as well. Get through that without wasting too much time. That's going to be key.
Louis deciding not to even attempt the gap in the turn. Be more confident with this move.
Almost. Is that fraction of a second that you get onto the balance beam that you feel, oh, this is going to work? Ah, no, I've not got the balance. Taking a dab. Oh, he's under pressure then straight away now. Because he needs to get through this to even score points in the gates afterwards. So this is quite...
It's difficult to do it the way they're doing it because they've got the momentum from skipping into the side up, but then they want to stop on the top. Overbalance down the other side. Approaching this one from a different angle. Back wheel was slipping there.
Not quite. He needs more power. He needs to find another gear. And this is costing so much energy. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, and he slipped. The back wheel slipped.
Yep, he tried to lift it round, but it didn't work.
Good final from Louis. Shows it after two riders in this section, it shows how difficult this section really, really is.
Yeah, gives Samo a chance to jump ahead of these two guys.
Well, quite clearly, Samuel needs to score at least 30 to grab 4th position today. Yes, first try.
Yeah, very smooth, very controlled, very composed.
That will give him a lot of confidence to get through this bit as well. He knows he's good on time. Straight up, no problem. That's 20.
Yeah, this is a strong performance.
No problem here. We saw Jonas do this bit comfortably as well, so it's on, definitely on. 50 seconds left. Yes, he's up there, no problem. Pulling the balance. Yes.
Yeah, that was nice. Didn't rush it on top. His time, made sure.
Big move ahead. He could really do with these 10 points extra. That will clearly put him in 4th position. It's the sort of stuff he likes to do. Oh, I just slid his front wheel there. He's with 30. He'll be on a tie with Jonas Friedrich. No more time. It was one of those days where you felt like Samuel was riding really well, but just not that last bit of luck, bit of like power to really fight for the podium today. Moving forward with the last 3 riders of the day. Thomas Pechaker now. He knows he will be finishing in 3rd position today, at least 3rd position. Or making easy work with that first bit, no problem whatsoever. Second bit coming up. Oh, didn't make that one.
Yeah, he got the lift, but didn't have his weight forward to get front wheel over into the hook.
He did this time.
Yep.
A minute left. How far can he get in this section? No problem here. Lucky for him, there was a log on the bottom side there. Just asking for the time. 45 left. Oh, it's a different approach here. Just as good.
Yep.
34 seconds. Needs to make a move on. Can he do it? No problem.
Yep.
That was strong.
Yeah, different technique, but got the job done. Oh.
That was a shame.
Yeah, he was rushing there, run out of time, but very nearly got it.
So that's 3rd position. at least for him. He's in second now, but Alejandro still has to ride the section. Thomas finishes on 200 in this final. And now we get to the decider. Alejandro Montalvo coming up. He needs to score as much as possible. Alejandro is incredible on these balance stuff. He trains this all the time. He knows he needs to be quick and score maximum points really in the section to have any shot of beating Borja today.
Yeah, need to score big, put Borja under some pressure. It seemed Borja was showing a bit of pressure in the last section, so not over yet.
They're both such incredible competitors. Great friends after the trial, but they fiercely want to win and beat each other, which makes, of course, fantastic rivalry for all of the spectators, for everyone in trials. He's going strong so far, asking for the time, minute 5 left. Difficult stuff coming up now. This move is so incredibly big on a 20-inch. You can hear the other Spanish. Yes, no problem whatsoever. Okay, now he's got a shot at this. He's pumping himself up, saying he can do this. 40 seconds. Needs to get this. Yes, he's up. 30 seconds. He can finish the section on a maximum now. Still a big log to get over. Okay, quite a different approach to the 26-inch. Pretty cool how he did that.
Very
60.
good. 60
Wow,
points.
what a great final this is proving to be. Scoring 60, that puts his total on 250. So basically that means that Borja's got to really go for it in this section. He can't really afford any errors, or
Yeah, Borja needs a good score.
He might lose it at the end. Pressure is on now for Borja. He's been in this position many times, of course. He knows how to handle that, but it's great for the final that Jitsie is live streaming, that we get this sort of a competition where it's undecided till the very last section. Borja not wasting too much time after that first attempt, going a little bit sour. Yep. He needs to get this. If Borja gets 40 in this section, he'll win the trial. So he's on 30 now. One more gap for him, and he wins the trial. One more gate for him. 45 seconds to do it. Yes, no problem. That's 40 for him. So he's on same points now as Alejandro. That's the fifth gate. Oh, and he misses that one. So I'm not sure if he was already out of the gate or not. No, he wasn't. So he's on 40 now. Still won it, but he'll be very unhappy with that. What a weird end bit.
Would it been the same as Alejandro?
Well, judging from the score, both riders now finish on 250. But We'll have to be cautious what we say. Oh, they've changed the score to Borja to 250 now. Just 260. He's got 50 now. So he clearly was out of the gate here, or didn't count, or didn't deduct any points for that.
Yeah, I think the gate was actually onto the top of the log rather than
straight afterwards. But what a great final it's been.
Yeah, very exciting right to the end.
But that concludes our 20-inch final with Borja taking the win on 260. Alejandro Montalvo second on 250. And third, Thomas Pechacker on 200. Closing up on fourth is Jonas Friedrich on 160. Samuel Lovati is fifth on 160 as well. And finally, in sixth position was Louis Grillon on 130 points. Yeah, what a great final.
Yeah, it was really good all the way through. There was battles at every position, really.
Such a shame that we don't have the World Cup coming up in a few weeks. Unfortunately, the round in Poland got cancelled recently. So the next time we'll see all these boys compete again will be at the World Championship in Vic. Of course, if that will happen, fingers crossed that they won't cancel that last minute as well.
Yeah, it's been a tough time for every sport. So, as you say, we hope we'll all be in Vic in Spain in a few weeks' time.
And then after that, there is the World Cup coming up in Belfort in the middle of September. And as it stands now, the World Cup in Austria that was supposed to happen a few weeks ago already has been postponed to October. So let's hope that those events will all run, because this close competition is, of course, great to watch for everyone. Great for the riders, great for the spectators, great for the sport. Alejandro was brilliant in that last section. He knew he had to really go for it because he just lost a few. That third section was very costly for him.
Yeah, but one thing for Alejandro, he never gives up.
No.
So that put the pressure on Borja for the last section, and it nearly paid off.
Some final footage from Borja. Great ride for him. And here we have confirmation of the final scores. Borja taking the win. Alejandro in second. Thomas Pechacker in third. And with that concludes our live stream from today. We would like to thank everybody who watched. Just a kind reminder that everybody who orders something on Jitsie.com this weekend up till Wednesday can earn themselves a free beanie. The code is now on screen as well. So make sure you get a nice beanie. And we want to thank Robin for the kind assistance in the commentary.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Hope to see everyone on the competition soon. We absolutely hope to do more live stream in the future. And thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy riding, stay safe, and we'll see you very soon at an event somewhere in the world. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.